Hello, Guardians, and welcome to episode 4 of Legends of Destiny. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how you are preparing for the Taken King, which is coming out in a couple weeks. We're also going to introduce a new segment called Tower News, where we go over some brief little snippets of information that may be important to you. We're going to, of course, do our typical segments: Loop Drop, Agent of the Nine, Weekly Reset Information, and Moments of Triumph. All of that is coming up on Legends of Destiny. Hello, Guardians, and welcome to Legends of Destiny, Season 1, Episode 4. My name is Chris, aka Big C, also known as Screaming Pickle on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network. So, we got a lot to go over in this episode. First of all, I want to apologize for the episode being late. I intended for it to come out a lot sooner than it did, but my days got away from me. That happens sometimes. That's why I don't promise that I will release an episode every week, although that is always the goal. So, let's kick off this episode with our topic of the week. Let's do it. Okay, so for this week's topic of the week, of course, we want to talk about what you are doing to prepare for the Taken King. Now, there are a whole bunch of different things you can do to kind of get your character ready. First, you have to decide, how are you planning on playing the Taken King? Do you want to start fresh? Do you want to just continue the story of your existing character or characters? What is your goal? Do you want to level up as quickly as you can to get to the end game? There are lots of different options there. First thing I would recommend you do in order to get ready for the Taken King is stockpile materials and consumable items, and currencies such as strange coins, motes of light. It's always good to have an abundance of those, especially because I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of new stuff to buy that everyone's going to be excited to buy. So do your best to try to stockpile materials, motes of light, strange coins, whatever you can, because the more stuff you got, the quicker you can buy things in the Taken King. Now, one thing that a lot of people have been saying they're trying to do is save packages. I want to clarify, the only packages you should be saving are Cryptarch packages. The reason is because all the other packages are pre-rolled with House of Wolves quality gear. Cryptarch packages are rolled when you open them. So, if you have any Cryptarch packages, save them until the Taken King comes out, then open them after, and you might have a chance to get a Taken King quality item. So save those, but all the rest of your packages, there's no point in saving them until later. Go ahead and open them. You can save your daily, what am I thinking of what it's called? Player event package to use for faction rep, but that's really the only other thing you can do in terms of packages go. And then, you know, I would suggest if you want to start a new character, you can actually get a jump start on that this next Tuesday, and we'll talk about that on our next segment. But those are just a number of ways that you can get ready for the Taken King. So definitely do what you can, get ready to go. I'd say the most important thing would be request a day off or days off, because you're going to want to have some time to play it. So yeah, those are some thoughts on what you can do to get ready for the Taken King. How are you getting ready for the Taken King? Please sound off in the comments on this video or on the BigCTV Facebook page. That is facebook.com/BigCTV. Next, we are going to go to a new segment called Tower News, where we talk about some little snippets of information in the world of Destiny. So here is Tower News. Okay, so for Tower News, got a whole bunch of little things. First of all, big changes are coming to the Nightfall as well as the Weekly Heroic. The Nightfall will no longer have the Nightfall buff in the Taken King. That is gone. We don't know if it's gone forever, but it's gone for now. So be prepared for that. And also, no, that's it. Yes. So that's the big thing for the Nightfall. Is that's gone. And you also have to be level 40 now to do the Nightfall. So it's not like a little, you can't be a little over it. It has to be max level and that's it. So Nightfall is definitely going to be an in-game activity for sure. Weekly heroics are completely gone for the most part. They are going to be introducing a heroic Vanguard playlist. And the idea is if you play this playlist 3 times, you get rewards each time you play it, and you get a guaranteed legendary engram the first time you play it with each character. So the idea is they want to make this more account-based as opposed to character-based. The other big thing is because the weekly heroic is changing, you will not be guaranteed strange coins every week. I would suggest, doing Prison of Elders. Apparently there are going to be plenty more ways to get strange coins, and they're going to be upping the opportunities to get them from other sources. But your guaranteed, 18 strange coins you get from doing the weekly heroic twice, those are gone. So unfortunately, you lost out on that, but that's okay. They'll change it and make it more interesting. Year 1 exotics are coming after all. According to a recent quote in Edge magazine, they did say Year 1 exotics will, in fact, all of them will, in fact, be coming to Destiny in some way, shape, or form. So they're not entirely being left behind. However, it may take longer for some than others. I would imagine that weapons like Galahorn and Icebreaker and Thorn will probably not come back for a while. Maybe even year 3. It might take even longer than year 2. But expect to see a continuous flow of year 1 exotics leveled up to year 2 and beyond throughout the course of Destiny, the Taken King's lifespan, including maybe for the mini DLCs that are going to be coming in the future. Patch 2.0. That's a big deal. Patch 2.0 is going to be launching on September 8th. Why that's important. In addition to having all the weapon balancing changes, Nolan North is officially coming to the Taken King, or to Destiny. So on September 8th, no longer will you have Peter Dinklage voicing your ghost. It will be Nolan North. On top of that, year 1 will be questified to match the Taken King. So that kind of gives you a little bit of a preview as to what Destiny is going to look like when patch 2.0 comes out. You'll be able to check out all the year 1 stuff that you already have, but redone similar to the Taken King. So you definitely want to check that out. It starts September 8th, so get ready to patch your systems. They're hefty patches too. I think they said the Xbox One and PS4 version is like 60 gig. So be ready for a massive patch. And be sure to check out some of that stuff. We're going to do a blowout of it next week on Legends of Destiny, including probably a playthrough of the first episode, or first level of the game with a new Warlock. And so you can see what the beginning of the game looks like with the new vision for Destiny. So that's pretty much all I got for Tower News, little brief snippets of important information. So next we're going to go to Loot Drop. Of course, one of my favorite segments where I talk about all the loot that I got throughout this past week. And then it wasn't the greatest week, but it wasn't terrible. So here's Loot Drop. Okay, so for Loot Drop this week, I got mostly doubles. That's not the worst thing in the world, but, I mean, it's always, you want new stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of that, but I got some. So the first thing I got was Peregrine Greaves. It's a pair of Hunter boots that I did not have before. They're exotic. Then I got a bunch of doubles. The big ones I got were a third Galahorn I got from the Nightfall. I got a third Mida Multi-Tool from Vault of Glass. And then I got a second Fatebringer, also from Vault of Glass. So I got a fair amount of doubles, and they're good doubles. I mean, it does not hurt to have 3 Mida Multi-Tools and 3 Galahorns and 2 Fatebringers. But, I mean, obviously it would have been nice to get, some new stuff like, the Vex, the Black Hammer, stuff like that I don't have already. But hey, I'll take what I can get. And my other characters, I'm sure, will appreciate those new tools of destruction. So that's pretty much all I got for Loot Drop. Nothing really earth-shattering, unfortunately. So next, we're going to go over the weekly reset information. Here we go. Hello everybody, so I'm here to talk to you about the weekly reset information from Destiny. So, let's start by talking about the Nightfall and the weekly heroic. What's the daily heroic? Here's the weekly heroic strike. It is the Nexus, and the modifier is grounded, so pretty easy. Yeah, nothing really complex about it. Just play the strike as normal. As information has been given this week, make sure you play these heroic strikes as you can, because once Taken King launches, no more heroic strikes as we know them. Same with the Nightfall, actually. So enjoy the weekly heroics while you can, because they won't be around much longer. Also, the Nightfall strike this week is Omnighoul, the Dark Below strike. Modifiers, of course, are Angry, Juggler, and Void. So if you got lots of Void weapons, this is a good time to use them, especially those Crota's End weapons like Swordbreaker and Word of Crota are all very good here. So definitely take advantage of that. Now this isn't a reset thing, but it is important to note, Iron Banner is back. So if you are looking to get your hands on some Iron Banner gear, this is your last opportunity before the Taken King comes out. So be sure to check out the Iron Banner. It's good stuff. Let's take a look at the Prison of Elders modifiers. Of course, 28, randomized. Never know what you're going to get. 32 this week is Cult of the Worm. Yeah. Gorot the Unclean, who's belches and makes everything slow. It's kind of annoying, but not too bad. Then we have Broken Legion. Balistraug is your boss for this one. He's the one who switches shield burn, so make sure you have weapons with all the different types of burns. And then, of course, Skolas. So, yeah, that is the weekly reset information for this week.
You are welcome among my house.
Alright, so for Varix this week, he's got Killhunter's Sight helmet, at least for the Hunter. Looks pretty good. Good discipline roll. For the weapon, he's got Wolfborn Oath. It's a shotgun. Looks like a pretty decent 365 solar shotgun. Nothing amazing. It's got 25% bonus melee and then a small amount of bonus damage to Fallen. So, I mean, could be useful. And then, of course, Judgment Chance and his usual goodies and whatnot.
Guardian.
Lastly, for Trials of Osiris this week, we have, of course, Stone and Bronze tier. Your 5-win prize is the Grips of the Exile, which have really decent loads, honestly, or decent rolls. Silver tier's random. Tomorrow's Answer Rocket Launcher is your weapon for 7 wins in a row, and then, of course, your Gold tier, 8 wins in a row on Trials. So those are your Trials awards, and that's it for the weekly reset information. Hope you enjoyed it. Now back to Legends of Destiny.
Goodbye.
Okay, so next we're going to learn about Xur and his location this week. So here is Agent of the Nine. Hello everybody, welcome to Agent of the Nine. We're going to check out where Xur is this week. He's over in the Tower North, over by the hangar area. So let's head over here and see what's going on.
Where have you been, Hunter?
Here's Xur.
It is my will.
Alright, so this week he has the Pre-Green Greaves for the Titan
gives you heavy ammo and shoulder charge deals bonus damage while in the air. For the hunter armor, he has Chest of Alpha Lupi. It allows you to spawn more orbs, and you get to revive teammates faster, so that's pretty solid. For the warlock, he's got Apotheosis Veil. Replenishes grenade injury, a whole bunch of health-related stuff. So this is probably especially useful for something like a Crota's End run, to help with health regeneration. Plan C is your weapon this week. Good fusion rifle. Yeah. Of course, exotic shard, and then his engram this week is gloves. Gloves. Of course, he's got auto rifle, pulse rifle, and scout rifle telemetry. Plasma drives, and of course heavy ammo synthesis, and then lastly his mote of light exchange. You can exchange strange coins for motes of light. So that is it for Agents of the Nine this week. We only got 2 more weeks before Taken King, so yeah, there should be very interesting to see what he's going to sell for the last couple weeks. And then hopefully even more exciting when we move into Taken King. So that's it for Agents of the Nine this week.
Okay, we're going to wrap up the show this week with Moments of Triumph, where I show off big moments that I have had in my Destiny career. So here is Moments of Triumph. Alright, so not a particularly impressive week overall. However, I did get 2 firsts done, and both involve exotic bounties. So, I got my first Elder Cipher for completing Skolas, finally. And of course, the Elder Cipher leads to an exotic weapon, and I finally completed that goal. So of course, you have to wait for a certain period of time. After you wait, you have to kill bosses in Prison of Elders for a while. Then once you do that and get enough points, you get to turn the Elder Cipher into Varix, and he will give you an exotic weapon. So I turned mine in and got the Lord of Wolves shotgun. And it's awesome. So here is my first moment of triumph for this week, completing my first Elder Cipher.
Bring me the Lord of Wolves.
Just, are you fighting today?
Ha. Yes. You got boots. I agree. Yeah! I now have the Lord of Wolves.
See you, Guardian.
Let me look at
Be
this
cautious
thing.
about the wolves out there.
Alright, let me equip X's plan. Dismantle this crappy sniper rifle. And equip the Lord of Wolves. Let's see what this thing does. Hip fire, speed reload. I can extend it already, like, without being leveled at all, it has a magazine of 30. And then when you level it, it has a magazine of 40. Has no range. Holy crap. And then Devil's Touch. Kills with this weapon rally nearby allies with +3 recovery. So that's pretty nice, actually. Also has good impact. But it's not very fast, but it has a huge magazine, so that's kind of nice. Yeah. Very, very happy to finally have that. So that's one more exotic.
Alright, my final moment of triumph of this week is completing my first exotic bounty. Now, those are earned kind of in a random fashion. The best way to do it is to gather a whole bunch of bounties and turn them in at the same time. I got one, and I was trying to get one. Unfortunately, I pressed A too many times and did not notice I had a choice as to which one I wanted. So the one I ended up getting was Pocket Infinity, which is a exotic fusion rifle. And of course, it took a while to get just because the first part is you have to dismantle 10 fusion rifles, which was not easy to do. And rare or higher quality, which I don't know why, but it took me forever to get those. And then I had to kill 200 enemies on the Nightfall Strike with a fusion rifle. That also took a while, especially because this week's Nightfall Strike involved Void Burn, and I don't have any Void fusion rifles. I used my plan C, painstakingly got it done, and I have my exotic fusion rifle. So here's me turning in my first exotic bounty.
Last but certainly not least, to get my fusion rifle. Come here, gunsmith. What do you got for me?
Morning, Guardian.
I present to you the Pocket Infinity. Yeah!
Careful out there.
Alright, let me look at this thing. It's really cool looking. Find more ammo for this weapon, that's helpful. Upgrade damage, hand loaded. Fires in full auto mode. It has a chance to return rounds that miss to the magazine. That sounds awesome. Oh yeah. Yeah, it sounds... Especially when I extend the magazine on it. Oof. I'm excited. Another exotic to check off the list. Ooh.
Okay, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Legends of Destiny. Look for another episode later on, hopefully in a more timely fashion. Yeah, and we're going to go over a whole bunch of different stuff, and then the following week is when we're going to go into patch 2.0 and everything that entails, and to what changes that makes to Destiny, which will be quite a bit. And then the following week, of course, is the Taken King. So we're very close. We're 2 weeks away from the Taken King. Get excited, Guardians. It's going to be a great time to be a Destiny player. So thank you for joining us for Legends of Destiny. I'm Chris. Guardian out.